hold on. I just want to give you a PSA. Do you know that when you have children, you are birthing literally many yous? Not just how they look, but the energy. Even the things that you didn't even involve them in, the things in the background, they are many yous, okay? So you have to be careful how you move and how you groove. You have to be careful. What you're basking in the ambiance of, even some people basking in the ambiance of their past discretions. Basking in the ambiance of the past discretions. Yeah, I used to be getting all them hoes. Yeah, you know what? I used to do all that with the ladies and gentlemen. However you roll. You get what I'm saying? Whatever it is, yeah, man, I remember when I was on the block. You say you overcame something, but you're constantly basking in the ambiance of it. What have you really overcome? And what you don't realize is that you are a creator. And whatever comes from you flow right through you to your children. And that goes for the mommy and the daddy, both creators. Just because you keep them from the daddy or you keep them from the mommy doesn't mean that they're not going to be like mommy or like daddy. But what you instill in them, the foundation of your upbringings, the foundation of your teachings, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart. If you're basking in the ambiance of the fears that derive from the pain that you experience as a result of your of your discretions, you are passing that down to your children. So as we continue to grow and learn to know what we know, and have it to be as for wisdom, something that we grow from, something that we transmute those ills. Baby, you know what? Yeah, I remember back in the day I did this, that, and the third, but you know what I learned from that was this, dot, dot, dot. You understand me? I remember when my children were little. My son was 9, my daughter was 5. And I remember having this aha moment about just life and this energy, the energy that we create and how it is filtered down to our children. Some things are inevitable to knock at their door, but it's what they understand about that thing that knocks at the door, where you can go back and have another discussion. Baby, do you remember? So I had a discussion with my children. I remember sitting them at the dining room table, and I did a column of items that listed things that I knew ran in my family's bloodline. I wrote it down. This was mommy's side. And then I wrote down what I knew of their father's side. A lot of times those visible things that you see, that, you know, families of success, families of overworked, families of discretion, families of caught up in the third world, worried about what everybody thinking, families of this, that, and the third, families of crime, families of, you see it, you know what I'm talking about, families of hoes, families of, families that grow, whatever it is. I wrote all this down, and I'll never forget my son, as I'm telling them, I'll tell you guys that in a minute. As I'm telling my children, listen, these are the things that run in the bloodline of your mother and father. In fact, that's what brought us together. Wait for it. That's what brought us together. Do you understand? We didn't even know what we didn't know. So this is what I want you guys to understand, is that when these things come, they're going to knock at your door. And I gave them an example. I gave them 2 examples. I said, imagine if mommy was having a get together, and somebody knocked at the door, and say you didn't know the person, But the person, so you didn't open the door all the way. You just kind of cracked the door, but you didn't open it all the way. And you said, who are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I know you don't know me, sweetie, but I knew your mom. I know your mom. Your mom and I go way back. We went to school together. We were best friends when we were little. She told me all about you. You're going to open that door. You're going to open that door 9 times out of 10. You're going to open the door, baby. And that's all they need to do to get in. Now, say that you open the door, and I'm not sure how they got there, but then when they get there, I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? And you see that they're in my house. But then something goes down, and that person gets into it with another person at my party, and I don't know about it, but that person ends up leaving because they're upset, because the other person who was very upset with them caused them to leave. Well, they leave, and that's fine. Let's call that person Mary. Mary put them out, okay? And that person leaves, and later on, I have a conversation with them, not knowing of the issue that had transpired, and they're saying, I'm inviting them to another get-together. I'm opening the door for them again. And they're like, okay, I don't know if I should come. Well, why don't you want to come? Because when I came last time, Mary and I got into, oh, well, that wasn't me. I didn't have anything to do with that. See, I call those the people that are praying for you, because I was telling my children, I can pray for you all day long, baby. But if you let them in, they're going to come in. And that thing is going to have its way with you, however you allow it to have its way with you. It's going to feel invited. That's an energy. That's an energy. So I told them, now if I invite this person back, they're back stronger. They don't give a dang on what happened with Mary. Mary best not come. See, that's that person, that prayer word has been praying for you, and you wondering like, I've been praying for them the whole, I don't know how they turned out just like their daddy. I don't know how they turned out just like their mother. Because you aren't them. Because you are not the one who opened the door for them. Right? So I was telling my children this, and I remember my son saying, Mommy, is all of that in me? Because there was a lot of stuff on both sides. I said, listen, I just want you to know that these are certain characteristics, and through your life, we're going to have conversations. And there may be things that I'm going to show you that you will end up feeling familiar with it. So you may let it in. You may feel familiar with an addiction or a bottle or whatever it is, because it's been running through your veins. But only you have the power to let it go. Only you have the power to put that thing out, because the minute you open the door to it, I could pray till I'm blue in the face. I have to pray for your strength. I have to pray for you to be able to stand up against the wiles of the enemy. For you to nullify that thing. For you to break that generational curse. For you to be the one to do that in your own life. And that energy will then filter down to your seed. See, we have to create another scenario for our family. It's not cute. It wasn't cute when you did it, and it won't be cute when you watch your children go through it. What legacy are you creating? Is it the chasing the almighty dollar? No. What the hell we fighting for? You know what I'm saying? What you doing? I just had to get on here and tell you, be careful what you're doing, because that is the real legacy. What are you doing that is creating a perpetual situation of growth and development? God-fearing, true purpose-driven children, and you in your life. Go to school, get a degree. How did that work out for you? Many people would say it didn't work out too well. How did it work out for your mental? How did it work out? Just want you to think today. Maybe write down a list. Who are you? Who is the person that you laid with? What connections are there possibly lingering up in your loins, in your sacral chakra, that you need to dismiss? And you need to, not dismiss, you need to acknowledge. How you doing, boo? I see you. Yeah, I thank you so much for everything that you've shown me. I thank you for everything that you did for me. But you got to get, you can't be up in here. The negative energy of it or the negative outcomes of it. You never know. And hopefully all parties grow, not just you. Because we all have an influence far beyond the time that we laid in the bed and created that seed. Who are you? I love you. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I choose to be guided. Leave me a comment. I love you so that we can chat.